standard. How are you doing? Are you guys enjoying French? Okay, so can you please recall what we have seen so far? The first class it was alphabets, and the second class it was alphabet with songs, and the third class is les sons du français, that is from A to K, and now we are going to see from L to Z. So with this we are ending les sons du français, and then we are getting into words. So this is how it will go. Slowly we will introduce words and then sentence. Okay, so do well, and I wish you all the best for today's class. No online exam today also, and you can write things in your French rough note, not in your French classwork. Slowly, after we get comfortable with the basics, we will put the classwork. And as I told you before, the left side of the classwork will be activity, the right side will be the content which I give you. So that's how we will partition the classwork. So in case if you have put the classwork, no problem, just stop where you are and just note things in your French rough note. So have a nice day. Thank you. Okay, 6th standard now. Let's revise l'alphabet once. So after finishing alphabet, we'll enter into sound. That is the previous class what I taught you, and then we'll go to the new session. Okay. So let's start. A. Please repeat. A. B. B. C. C. D. D. E. E. F. F. G. G. H. H. I. I. J. J. K. K. L. L. M. M. N. N. O. O. P. P. Q. Q. R. R. S. S. T. T. U. U. V. V. W. W. X. X. Y. Y. Z. Z. Okay, now we have done with alphabet. Now we are going into the previous topic, that is les sons du français. That is what I have taught you, consonants and vowels. So I think alphabets, now we are comfortable with the alphabets, and in case if you are not comfortable with any letter, just mark that letter as a point, and you practice that alone 2 or 3 times, and then you will feel comfortable. And if you would have done the activity which I said, writing your name, your friend's name, and practicing it in French letters, and that will be the best way to learn faster and to check ourselves if we have learnt well or not. Okay, now I'll go to that page. Okay, here we are. So this time I have given you some difference to show that vowels are repeating inside. Okay, so whatever is which is in red in color will be vowel, and that is joining with the consonant B that is black in color. So now you can have a clear idea what is consonant and what is vowel. Okay. Now we'll go line by line and then we'll go to the new topic. B plus A, ba. Repeat. Ba. B plus A, b. B. B plus E, B. B. B plus O, bo. Bo. B plus U, bu. B plus U, bu. Okay, now ba, b, b, bo, bu. Ba, b, b, bo, bu. Now I'm entering into C plus A, sa. C plus E, sa. C plus E, si. C plus O, co. C plus U, Q. Sa, se, si, co, Q. Sa, se, si, co, Q. Now I think you are comfortable. So I'll just directly go into this. Da, D, D, do, do. Da, da, dee, do, do. Da, da, dee, do, do. Fa, f, fi, fo, fu. Fa, f, fi, fo, fu. Fa, f, fi, fo, fu. Ga, g, gi, go, gu. Ga, g, gi, go, gu. Ga, g, gi, go, gu. Ha, h, hi, ho, hu. Ha, h, hi, ho, hu. Ha, h, hi, ho, hu. J plus H. Ja, je, ji, jo, ju. Ja, je, ji, jo, ju. Ja, je, ji, jo, ju. Ka, ke, ki, ko, Q. Ka, ke, ki, ko, Q. Ka, ke, ki, ko, Q. La, le, li, lo, lu. La, le, li, lo, lu. So this is where we have left in the last class. Till K we have seen. Now this class onwards we will see from L to Z. Okay. La, le, li, lo, lu. M. Ma, m, mi, mo, mu. Ma, m, mi, mo, mu. Ma, m, mi, mo, mu. Okay, we are here. Ma, ma, mi, mo, mu. Next is na, n, ni, no, nu. 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 Pa, p, pi, po, pu. Pa, p, pi, po, pu. pa, pa, pi, po, pu. Q plus A. Ka, que, qui, ko, Q. Ka, que, qui, ko, Q. Ra, re, ri, ro, ru. Ra, re, ri, ro, ru. Ra, re, ri, ro, ru. Sa, se, si, so, su. Sa, se, si, so, su. Ta, te, ti, to, tu. Cha, ta, te, ti, to, tu. Va, ve, vi, vo, vu. Va, ve, vi, vo, vu. Same. W, va, ve, vi, vo, vu. Va, ve, vi, vo, vu. Za, ze, zi, zo, zu. 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 The last four will be a little bit similar to each other, but when we see it as a word, the sounds will differ a bit. So just we'll go with what is there, okay? So now we have finished from L to Z, okay? So I think you are familiar. Let me check with you. Okay, just pronounce this La. This is right. You are right. Ma. This Ning. This Po. This Hu. This Va. Te. Re. No. Mu. Okay, those who have said it right, clap for yourself. Very good. You have learned something. Good, keep it up. One last check. What is this? Z. Va. Ra. Re. R. So the thing is, even when we change then and there the syllables, you must be able to pronounce it, okay? So what we have seen so far is consonant plus vowel. So that is consonant plus vowel. That is the second rule, vowel plus consonant. That is very easy, that we can see along with the word itself. But this is the base, consonant plus vowel. Now I am going to tell you how we are going to apply this in the word. See these images. The first image is avion. Avion means aeroplane, okay? So the first will concentrate on only one thing, okay? Now we have to check where is the combination of consonant plus vowel. So we have to divide the word into 2 or 3. Avion, okay? Avion. So that's a 3-syllable word. So the first letter A is separate. So you can just pronounce that as a French alphabet. A. A. V plus E, just now we learnt, right? A, V. V plus E is V. This is vowel plus consonant. This is what I was telling about. This, see, number 1 is just consonant. Second syllable is consonant plus vowel, and third is vowel plus consonant. So we have to learn this as we learn each word. Okay, so as we learn, you will be able to pronounce. Even if we learn vowel plus consonant separately, you will forget the sound, but when you read it as a word, you will remember it for a longer time. Avion, avion. When the I joins with O, that gives a on sound. Avion, 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 avion. Let's go for the second word. Let's see how many consonants are there. First, B is a consonant, A is a vowel. T is a consonant, E is a vowel. And A, U both are vowel. Okay. I'll tell you what sound is A plus U. O. That is A plus U, the sound is O. Just remember this and we'll get into the word. Okay. B plus A. What is B plus A? Ba. B plus A. Ba. Te. What is te plus A? T. Ba. T. So consonant. So 3-syllable word. Ba. T. O. Batto. Batto. Okay. Ba plus T. Bat. Ba. T. Bat. A plus U. Batto. Batto. Ba. Te. O. Batto. Okay, so you hope you got some idea why we have learnt les sons du français. This is the purpose. See here. Consonant, again a consonant, and vowel, and again a consonant, and again a consonant. So I'll tell you how to split the. First, split the C. Say. L plus O, low. W plus N, the same N sound will clon, clon, clon. Say L O W N. So say you keep it separate. Say plus low, clo. Say plus low, clo, clo, c. Say clon. Clon. Okay. Say plus low. Clo. When we join the letter, the sound will differ. Imagine in English also, when we read a letter, separate it is A. But when we read it in a word, the letter will differ. Apple. The A sound is disappeared. We are saying A. Do you understand? For example, some other word. Bus. Okay. The first letter is B, right? But when we spell alone, we'll say B. But when we pronounce bus, B sound is coming. Do you understand? Bus. B-U-S. Bus. So what I try to say is, when we join the letter consonant with another consonant plus vowel or vowel plus consonant, this sound will change. That is what we have to learn. As we learn each and every word, you will get used to it and then you will say the word automatically. Say plus low, clo. W plus N on. Clone. A is the article here, so no problem, leave it. They plus E. The, N plus O. No, S plus A. Sa, dinosa. U, R, E. See, U is vowel plus consonant. Dinosaur. So the sound will differ. D, no, sa, u, r. Dinosaur. You understood? Dinosaur. That will differ. So slowly you will understand the difference and you will practice it. Okay, as you repeat it day by day. See, first day you were not comfortable with alphabets. Now you are comfortable with alphabets. Now you have been practiced with les sons du français. Now you are entering into a word. So like that, the second time you practice, you will be able to read it. Okay. And dinosaur. Next is, we will split the word. First letter is what we learned, consonant plus vowel, right? This is called as E accent. I will teach you these things. And the sound is A. For E accent, the sound is A. In French, it is said as E accent aigu. I will teach you the syllables when we are done with the words. Okay? A, les, f, on. Éléphant. A, L plus E. Les, P plus H. This is consonant plus consonant. So any one has to become silent. So H is being silent. P plus A. Pa. N plus T. Oh. N plus T. The last letter in French normally it is not pronounced. If it is a N, it will be off beat, and if it is a T, no beat at all. Sir, you might have a question. What is off beat and what is a no beat? No beat is nothing but that letter should not be pronounced, and if it is off beat, that letter should be little bit long. At the end, you can hear a N sound, a small N sound, clong. So I am touching the N a little bit and I am stopping the word. Dinosaur. So if the last letter is E, I am stressing the consonant before and I am pronouncing it with a little stress. So this is dinosaur. An elephant. So T, totally I have removed T while I pronounce elephant. A, le, that P plus A, pa plus A, pon. Elephant. That will become elephant. Une fleur. F sound is I am removing separately. L plus a, L, U, R, half beat. That's what we will say, no, half tablet. In fleur. In fleur. In fluff. See, I am pronouncing each and everything. F. F is F. L. L plus A, L. R. This is our beat, so we have to touch half. In fleur. In grand-maman. G. See, when it is a letter, it will be J. But when it is combining with another letter, it will become G. Grand. Totally I have omitted D because that is the last letter of the first word. And here, Momo, I am just using half beat for the N. Momo. In grand, Momo. Grand, I am not telling grand. I am telling grand. In grand, Momo. Grand, ma, N, Momo. M plus A, ma. M plus A again, ma, mo, ma, N, mamo. In grand, mamo. So the first line is enough, I think. So if I go in a big list, you will not be able to recall. So let's revise once again. Avion. When we tell it in a fast manner, it will be avion. Okay, but when we say slowly, I am just trying this because you should understand this vowel plus consonant and consonant plus vowel strategy. Okay, then only you can read it alone without my help. Avion, bateau, clon. Whenever it is a N, it is a half beat and you can stop in a unfinished manner. You can read that word in an unfinished manner. In English, you will say clown. So you will pronounce each and every letter and you will finish it properly. But in French, it is clown. It's not pronounced properly, but that is the way that has to be pronounced. A dinosaur, a dinosaur, dinosaur. Un éléphant, éléphant, éléphant. Une fleur, fleur. Une fleur. So that's how if you read it slowly, une fleur. But as you read it fast, une fleur. Une grand-maman. Une grand-maman. See, D I totally omitted. Une grand-maman. Une grand-maman. Okay, hope you guys enjoyed today's class. And I want you to check yourself. How to check yourself? Do you know? You have to repeat the word and you have to check. In case if you do not remember the word, you can save the video link and you can watch it later. And in case if you have time, I've given you this weekend assignment that is for each and every class they will give, that you will get as a message. Then that maintain your French rough note. Please don't start with your French classwork. Why? Because French classwork we will have a lot of activities. In case if you have put a new classwork and you are going it, no problem, write it neatly. Okay. So from next week we will start the classwork preparation and I will tell you what to write on the left page and right page. Mostly basics. Left page will be activity and the right page will be the content which I give you. So right page I will write, left page you will write. So the activity for alphabet already I have said. What is the activity? Right side page you have to write the alphabetical letters which I gave you, and the left side page you have to write your mother's name, father's name and your name, and you have to just give the equal sound which we will pronounce for the each letter, a, and then you have to practice like that. So like that, leçon du français also as a activity, that is activity number 2. Activity number 1 is alphabet, activity number 2 is leçon du français. So on the left hand side page activity and the right hand side page it is the content which I give should be coming to the right side page. The homework which I give should be on the left side page, so that it will be related to each other and you will be able to practice it, and it will be easy for reading as well as understanding. Okay, so that is how it will go for next 10 or 15 classes. So mostly basic, everything will be activity based. Okay, and that's how we have to learn basics. So thank you for today. I think you had a good time today. Slowly we will introduce all the words and we'll get into the songs. So you might have a question, no song today sir? Yes sir, today no song. Next class also we will not have song, but slowly as we learn Monday, Tuesday, definitely I will give you a new song and that will be a lot of fun. Okay, so sometimes we have to accept what is given to us. Okay, so do well. Thank you. Have a nice day.